this one. It's crazy. I mean, I talk about how he's only played like the Syndra and the Azir, but it's 15 games of Syndra, 12 games of Azir. Then you go down to Orianna at 3.
Hell yes! All right.
Okay, didn't expect this one.
The Cho'Gath coming in up against the Scion is going to be the choice. Of course, Scion can still be flexed.
Yeah, it's a pretty good option against the Scion with how much health he has. It's a pretty solid pick, and it's very frustrating to play around in lane too if played correctly. So I like it, and the Zoe pick here is going to give you so much mobility, so much ability to control the map. If you think about Lilia and Zoe together, sure, that's a lot of AP damage, but there's so many ways to set up sleeps. There's so many ways to disrupt Genji's composition. Sleep the Cho'Gath, sleep the Udyr, and then it becomes so much more difficult to front-to-back team fight if you're Genji. I like this composition a lot. I mean, Genji's is strong too, but very difficult to execute versus what Damwon Kia brought to the table here. It's Canyon's Lilia. I mean, it's going to be a tough one here.
It will definitely be difficult. I think that there is a chance that they will be able to get some of that priority that Udyr so desperately needs, but I think eyes are going to be glued on that mid lane. Let's have a look at what's going to happen as Genji take on Damwon Kia.
Jinx works. He's ended up burning a lot through that. Not great damage-wise, the trades.
Yeah, in goes Canyon. Clid's going to look for him here. 4 on the bottom side. The flash is going to be traded. And it should be the Rift Scuttler going over to Genji as well, as Rascal is going to collect the top one. Big advantage for Genji if they are actually going to be able to lock this one up, and they will do so. Play these, just meat sacks on the top side as Khan is only level 5, so he's not going to be driving a train into the Cho'Gath, but he's looking a little bit worrisome.
He has 2 biscuits. He's going to pop one. He's going to hit this knock-up. This is actually so scary for Rascal.
Yeah, the knock-up trade coming through here is...
6?
Yeah, 6 has been gained. The feast is available. Knock-up connects, and we're looking for it. There's the jump down, and Rascal's gonna eat the zombie for breakfast.
A little bit of a threat onto BDD there. As Clid, obviously, Udyr is going to be very happy to try to take this Drake away, especially with the lane priority they have. This is no shocker.
Yep. It's had a bit of a quiet game so far, but has been farming relatively effectively. As Beryl just gives away the fact that this Herald is going by wandering through the mid lane. Rascal over here as well. They're not going to find the silence there, unfortunately, as Khan wins that mind game. And now, Damwon Kia, they've found one. Sleepy Trouble Bubble comes down now as everyone's getting tired. The box comes in, but oh my god, the Rupture Shockwave combo is so good from Rascal and BDD, and Genji wiped the floor with Damwon Kia.
Such a fantastic start here for Genji. I mean, it even works with the Flay as well. Everything is a disaster. The box is set up so well. It's really easy to hit this combo if you're BD in this situation, and he executes on it so well. Prevent those rotations, and they didn't know where Clid was either, and he's able to set this up because he starts this off, gets everybody locked in, the sleep comes through, and then it's just really nice to follow up. As you have the train colliding in, but BD is it's so easy to stack this up. He pulls them in, and there's just trust between these two players. He gets a follow-up silence too. Rascal does. So what do you do if you're Damwon Kia? You get hit by that combo.
With that assist that he managed to put together.
Beryl
now. Oh, not going to be able to taxi your way out of this one, my friend. And he's looking for an opportunity, but not going to be able to get out. No flash, no chance.
They know, right now, Damwon Kia know they don't have vision around this Drake, and they didn't have a ton of information, so they tried to hover to get something done mid because they thought the Drake is going to be taken down for sure, and they can't tell. They have one controller. Hold that thought.
Yep, double knockup is decent there as Khan going to find Rascal, knocks him up. Spinning over the wall is Canyon, and there is no way for this Cho'Gath to go. Showmaker comes through, not able to quite get himself too much there, but this Cloud Drake will be taken by Genji on the other side of the map. They should be able to. Shirley seems to belong to them as a whole bunch of the neutral objective stats that Damwon Kia have been first placed in are getting assaulted. I think that Ruler is going to be very safe in the late game, so when you look at the Damwon comp, you think that it's okay. As Beryl, he's not. He might have to just flash away from this one, not wanting to actually right now as he flashes relatively late. He's going to survive for the moment as he puts up the Eclipse just for fun. Avoids the Super Mega Death Rocket there, but it was a good shot from Ruler. Genji just say that the Leona has to go home, and now they're going to put on a bit of a siege here in the mid lane. Looks like the outer ring going to be taken down pretty comfortably here for Genji as the bubble will connect onto the Jinx somehow in the back line. Battlestar is going to help take down Shirley. Mountain Soul this game.
Yeah, and this is going to be Soul Point going to them if they can take this fight. They have such control over the Drake right now. Gotta be careful about getting hit by those sleeps, though.
There's a lot of sleepy options, right? This is the soporific comp with the Lilia and the Zoe. The Gen G have been avoiding a lot of it right now as they do start off the Drake like you were talking about. Nice. Leona back in position, bowling ball avoided.
Canyon's Moses right now.
In goes the train. Does find a bit of damage onto Clid, but otherwise not too much as the flash out of the way from the hook. And you can see Khan mainly focusing on getting enough room to guarantee that that Drake is secured. And Gen G, they do just back away.
Not Scion pick.
I mean, it's great for both teams, right? As Beryl, once again, going to be slightly caught out of position. Rascal coming on in here, doesn't find the rupture, but Beryl is well and truly dead once again, unfortunately. Another Swell Seed going to connect, but there goes that outer turret in mid lane.
On the bottom side. Canyon and Showmaker just looking for sleeps right now, blind, as best as they can. They hit one, and then maybe they can engage. Here we go again.
Yep.
This is going to be the exact same type of fight.
Well, Khan puts up his shield, but it's going to get melted pretty quickly. The hook comes back as well. Flame Chompers are down. Taking a bit of killing as goes Killer Instinct into the backline. They managed to get rid of BDD. There's the shutdown. Showmaker now in a little bit of trouble as Gen G are trying to close in on him. Khan somehow still alive. The Showmaker goes golden. Life will be taken out. And Damwon Kia, in classic Damwon Kia fashion, are looking like they're doing pretty well in this one. And now goes supercharging forward. Canyon looking for a little bit more.
And Clid just can't do anything in this fight. He's Udyr. You know, this is one of those fights later on in the game where, unfortunately, the Udyr just loses its power. And this was so well played by the DPS players on Damwon Kia. They're going to be able to take this Drake away. It started off really well for Gen G, so they're not done yet.
Yep, Rascal's trying to chem tank his way forward. Clid not able to get the smite. As now Khan trying to be that front line. This is 3 versus 4, but Khan is out of position. And Ghost has no Killer Instinct to follow up on anything. The zombie comes out. And that's just a quick steal away of a kill. But it's not a steal away of a dragon.
That's way more important at this stage, I think. Really, really crucial to prevent that soul point. And now you have 2 Mountain Drakes on a Scion. You end up getting a 3rd one here in the next fight, and then it's like, okay, Gen G has really lost control over these Drakes. Now, I like this play a lot because they are higher health bars. Khan isn't here.
We don't have a lot of ultimates available as well, as the bubble not going to find any joy. Swell Seed comes in, Clid could just be dead here as the Solar Flare comes through. 2-man Shockwave on the back line, but Beryl able to get past the Flame Chompers quite nicely. Showmaker now having a bit of a field day in this fight, but it's not going to save Beryl's life, and Gen G, we're just looking for more kills. Ruler gets excited. You all know how terrifying that is. The Showmaker steals away the red buff, but now he might lose his life, and is going to do so. Goes supercharges his way to get out, and it looks like Gen G should be able to head back to the Baron.
Gen G should be able to take this Baron, and they are poised to take this game right now, Atlas. You know, right now, Beryl is down for 12 more seconds. Khan is here, and the health bars are low. I mean, I think if you're Damwon Kia, you have to try to contest this. What else can you get on the map? They're sending Lilia down to clear jungle camps right now, so they're just not willing to do it because Ghost isn't here quickly enough. When you watch the replay of that fight, too, I think a lot of people will...
In the mid lane, does manage to take the first turret for Damwon Kia, but they lose an inhibitor turret, which is very, very scary, especially when it makes Ruler excited. Zenith Blade going to connect, as the Solar Flare does not, unfortunately, and Beryl once again is going to be taken down. Clid trying to fight Ghost, not sure whether that's one you can win, as now Gen G just considering
they want to win the game
forward to the victory. Exactly, Ruler down to 50% though.
Look at the
not exactly what you want to be fighting with, but the first Nexus turret is going to be taken. Now Khan just looking to try and get here. The game is just really hard to say that Damwon Kia are down and out as Canyon flashing forward looking for that sleep, but all the way into the back line they go, and now goes Killer Instincts forward, but straight into a Shockwave, and he's going to be taken down. BDD burns to death, and they do manage to get rid of Ruler. Not a lot of damage remaining, and yes, you managed to get Ghost, but where's your damage as now Showmaker able to really take this fight into his own hands. Clid, of course, can run away, but the rest of Gen G not so lucky, and I'm really glad that, you know, selling Damwon Kia up the river is something we're not allowed to do, because they just find moments like this. Beryl's going to get yelled at, but he's spent most of this game in the Death Chamber, let's be honest, and Clid will run away, but Damwon Kia will get to another Mountain Drake.
Another Mountain Drake, and this makes Khan so much more valuable in this game.
See the passive doing a fair bit of damage there to Rascal. But he is a very beefy boy. He's going to get knocked up here as the Solar Flare comes through. Beryl lands the Zenith Blade, but not exactly the Zenith Blade that he wants. He just gets eaten by the Void Monster, and now Khan finds himself off on the side. These are 2 quick picks onto the frontliners, and Gen G, this might be enough to break the backs of Damwon Kia now as they bear down on the base. Ghost in flanking position on the Kai'Sa. Not sure whether that's
He wants
exactly
the
what you
Orianna.
want as the Shockwave going to pull him back. Might be able to get an explosion there on the BDD, but he's just running around, and the hook is going to connect. So unfortunately, Ghost not going to be the hero this time, and Ruler gets excited, gets the flash out of Showmaker Canyon. This might be his first death of the game, as he's looking to try and defend that one Nexus turret. This inhibitor going to go down.
He's just trying to buy as much time as he can, but I think we know how this game ends. Showmaker, can he hit the magical sleep?
Well, can he hit the magical paddle star as well, as the Nexus is the focus? And Gen G will do it. They'll take down game one. It was a great comp. It was a great answer to the Scion. And unfortunately for Damwon Kia, not enough damage numbers.
Yeah, I want to see this. Oh, look at the Jinx. 36,000
God.
and 600 damage. He was empowered so well.
I mean, when there's no backline access, obviously the Jinx is going to do a lot of work, but this is Ruler as well. He's so consistently good, and even in the games, like, you look at that T1 series, Ruler was still amazing, but unfortunately the rest of the map sort of fell apart around him. This guy is so consistent, and Damwon Kia needed to respect that. I think, you know, the amount of Thresh bans that we saw last week need to continue moving into this week, as Damwon Kia will move over to the...
Hello and welcome back to the LCK Analyst Desk, and we are sliding into week number 5 with 11.5 patch. Welcome to the Analyst Desk, guys. Damwon Kia, they are looking to extend their winning streak record, and Gen G is on a very hot chase in order to secure their second place spot. What's your take on the draft? I think Damwon Kia was able to try something new, and Gen G at the same time, they also didn't stick to the Azir this time around. BDD was playing Orianna, and then Thresh was high priority in the first rotation of the pick as well. I guess the teams are looking for some meta shift with this new patch. I think Gen G, because a lot of people say Gen G, they're always trying something same, you know, but Gen G wanted to kind of prove that they also know how to play other things in this series. They know how to make some experiments, and it was really impressive to see that they were able to find the success with these new picks. Thresh together with Jinx was very ideal for Gen G's bottom duo comp, and Udyr paired up with Orianna, as usual, were very, very good. And then Cho'Gath into Scion was also very smart. Whereas Damwon Kia, I think they got a little bit overconfident with their draft. Well, Damwon Kia always had a huge success with Kai'Sa, so it was a first rotation pick for Damwon Kia together with Lilia. And even though they got Kai'Sa and Leona comp on the bottom lane, they are not strong in the lane, and they are not strong in the early game status. But they were kept taking fights in the early game, so Damwon Kia started losing this game. Well, Damwon Kia, they also know how to win some miracle fights, but still, the point is that Gen G was able to prepare really well for the series, and Damwon Kia was overflowing with some confidence right here. Now let's take a look at this first highlight where they had this wombo combo, picture perfect teamwork together with Rascal and BDD. I'm pretty sure this is gonna be one of the clip for the weekly mat movie for the next week as well. Shockwave onto all of the opponents at that fight, and then Cho'Gath follow up with the rupture. So he was able to find 4-man Silas, and then so many knockups followed up. And Jinx, she also was able to participate in that fight from downtown as well. And that team fight is the idealistic comp and combo that we can find with their comp, you know, Cho'Gath together with Orianna. But that's not really easy to pull off in this kind of a competitive level game. But this time around, Gen G was able to pull that off. With that AoE CC chain coming from Gen G, they were not Damwon Kia was not able to win that fight, and it was a very clean fight executed by Gen G's favor. And later on, Gen G was able to keep winning follow-up team fights, but there was this one miracle fight where Damwon Kia was able to clean up the players on the side of Gen G. Ruler was the centerpiece of Genji's comp in this game. Jinx was the main DPS, but she didn't have flash in this point in the game. And then, perfectly timed team play was executed by Damwon Kia. Lilia found Jinx and Orianna, both the damage carries, and the damage carries that didn't have any survivability at this point in the game. Well, Kaisa did get popped like a balloon as she stepped on the trap, but still, Damwon Kia had a bigger agency to take this fight. Genji, at this point in the game, they were 7k gold ahead, so it doesn't really make sense that Damwon Kia was able to, pull off this fight and win. But still, Damwon Kia was able to show their world champion level of mechanics in this team fight. And Damwon Kia, they knew how to focus fire their opponents, but at the same time, Genji was also able to pull off the exact same play, so they were able to close out the game with a win. Genji is looking for their round 1 revenge, and they were able to get game number 1, and POG will go over to Ruler. Jinx. This is what Jinx is meant to do in this kind of game, Super hyper carry in the back line. Jinx is definitely one of the decent champion in the current meta, but she is a champion that has a high risk, and whenever she's paired up with Rel, actually she cannot find a really good synergy together, but with Thresh, they were able to create a whole lot better synergy in this game. Genji's comp, they had a very stable comp, but at the same time, they did not have initiation for team fights, but Ruler was the one opening fights with the red buff flow. And Ruler was able to pull that off play, and this is the reason why he is one of the best carries in the league. Ruler was able to win the POG with the Jinx performance. Damwon Kia is looking to extend their winning streak record, but Genji was able to take game number 1 away, so let's find out what will happen in game number 2.